Unknown journey, ocean of love, year 2000, college days. His name was Arjun, a quiet, simple young man focused on his studies. 4 years of a bachelor's degree lay ahead of him, but he never imagined that the greatest story of his life wouldn't be written in his books. It would be written in someone's eyes. She lived next door, Ananya. They never spoke, but every morning when Arjun left for college and every evening when he returned, their eyes would meet for a fleeting moment, followed by a gentle smile. That was enough to light up his entire day. For Arjun, that smile was the whole world. The first rays of the sun would touch Ananya's window in the morning, and the cool evening breeze would pass through her courtyard. Both times, his eyes would search for her. Second year. The turning point. In his second year, he suddenly heard the news. Ananya was moving to another city for her studies. 1,000 words were trapped in his heart, but his lips stayed silent. On the last day, when Ananya was quietly packing to leave, Arjun gathered all his courage and wrote a letter. Open quote, "You are my everything. Without seeing you in the morning, without seeing you in the evening, I am incomplete. If you ever want to know how deeply someone loved you, remember, it was me." Close quote. Without saying a word, he simply placed the envelope in her hand, and Ananya left. After that, no news, no messages. Years later, different roads. Arjun completed his degree and found a job. Life moved on, but her smile stayed locked in his heart. One day, with his wedding invitation in hand, he went to her house, hoping, "At least I can see her one last time." But the house was empty. There was no one there. Quietly, he placed the invitation at the door and walked away towards his own future. 20 years later, a message time flew. One day, while scrolling through Facebook, Arjun saw a face, Ananya. His heart skipped a beat. His hands trembled. He wondered, should I message her? Will she even reply? Finally, he typed, "Hi," he sent it, and stared at the screen. 5 minutes later, reply, "Hi, Arjun." In that instant, every morning, every evening, every smile, and that letter from 20 years ago came rushing back. The truth, they began talking. He had only one question. "Did you ever love me? Even once?" Her voice was soft, open quote. "Yes, Arjun. When I finished my studies and returned, I looked for you. I asked where you were, but no one gave me an answer. That night, I read your letter, and I cried so much. Why didn't you tell me earlier?" Close quote. They both fell silent. 20 years of distance, unspoken words, and the feelings locked in that letter were finally opening. Present day, two different lives, one bond. Now they lived separate lives, married with families. But after that night, Arjun and Ananya spoke every day. Old stories, old dreams, and new promises filled their conversations. They now understood. Love isn't always about having someone. Sometimes it's about understanding and cherishing them, no matter the distance. They had learned. Accept life as it is. Be free, feel free. The ocean of love keeps flowing. Only the shores change.